cheese boys, cheese girls, and the cheese gang. You are now listening to Popcorn and Cheese.
LOL, so we both got gang and we blessed as hell.
30 seconds later.
Now we're looking for things to wipe.
Kanti, that's the one.
So then I cut it. And then the next year I started smoking weed.
Dog, I used to literally run lines with these guys on the day of the practical. It's okay, but fair to M. So how did you stage it? Okay, like this. Okay, can you just do a quick word run? Quick. Okay, sharp. Let's go on stage.
Robo Pops. I'll be my cheese girl and my cheese boy there. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, now my LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story. Petting on my guest, and nice and more. You want my bundles, not of joy. Said it's Mpho Pops and Robot Boy.
Popcorn and cheese.
Yeah?
Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese.
Which one is this one?
Popcorn and cheese. Call it one like friends like these. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call it like friends like these.
Didn't look like that.
Oh shit, we're starting.
Oh.
Bend down, boy, bend down. After the cheese episode, Sibeko.
Which one is this
How do you
one?
mess up someone's name but you have the same name?
Hey,
How do you say Mpho?
be your own, eh?
Your
Be
name
your
is
own.
also Mpho. His name is Mpho. Sibeko?
Spaghetti rice.
What's the spec here?
What is the spec, my boy?
What's
Are you speculating or what? Eh? Anyway, thanks for clapping for us, my brother.
Backstage. It's not often we get a vendor band clapping for us.
Yeah.
And,
it's not
Pidi
often we
Pidi.
see you in shoes, my brother.
Cheese boys, cheese girls,
And
and
the
the
cheese
cheese gang. Aha, Tsitsi, Tima fan ya gao. Ay, Tsitsi chumerik mara. Tsitsi, guys, Tsitsi brought his own fan from his house.
And do not funny.
What's the logic in that, dog?
For the cheese gang at home, they can't see the
It's my only fan.
is logic. And it is Titi's only fan.
Hey, sure. PTSD from the Limpopo, boy.
You really come out the files, eh? Jembe.
Cheese boys, cheese girls, and the cheese
Cheese
gang.
gang.
Welcome to a super special episode of the Popcorns and the Cheese. Today, we are sitting with someone who has the body structure of Tsitsi and the height of Robert Boy. But we'll get to that just now, ladies and gentlemen. Before we introduce our esteemed guest, let me introduce the man behind the microphone, the man who takes a one-sentence question and turns it into 8. A man whose mind is painted with a paintbrush and paint. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your digital hands together and make some noise for the articulate, the epitome of ghosting. Please put your hands together for the one and only Tsitsi Turmeric, the barbarian.
Sure.
You forgot one thing about him. He has my body and we said Robert's height.
And your
And your complexion. And name.
I thought you were going to say, and my name.
No.
You know, I even
I
said
mean,
you
it's
are.
red.
And what?
And guess what?
Oh, are you ready? I know you're ready. When you smile and look. That's your
that's
sign.
Pop's
Say,
ability,
hey, do something.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, rocking the crisscross outfit, it gives us great honor and pleasure to introduce a man who's wearing pants that might seem like bell bottoms, but it's hard for him to wear jeans that are not skinny jeans because they end up looking the way they do. Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 61.5 kilograms, he's lost weight since the last time we were together. It gives us great honor and pleasure to introduce a man who wins every dance challenge there is out there.
Yeah.
The epitome of Oskaba Hemisa. The epitome of open up the industry. Not this guy, ladies and gentlemen, because you need a special code to get into his software. It gives us great honor and pleasure to introduce the legend amongst legends, the robot who is a boy.
Which
Please
one is this
put your hands
one?
together for the one and only Mzi Mbuli Jr. Robot Boy.
My brother from another mother mentioned me winning these dance challenges, but let us not forget that he's the one that hosts every TV show. You put on the radio, it's his voice. You open a packet of chips, it's his face. You watch TV, it's his hosting skills. The leader that leads and steers the ship to the right direction, host with all the mosts, the one that stays popping, the one that is the president of the Yellow Bones in all his kick games, always looking correct. But his sweatpants are giving he's going to gym after here with a shirt borrowed from his brother. His brother. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mpho Pops Moriko.
Cheese gang. Labora today.
It's going to be yo.
Mamela. We've got the para of acting.
Yeah.
Hey, Mamela. You know, when we talk about dogs of life, it's Zinja the game. Ladies and gentlemen, rocking a half bulletproof vest that's open. And of course, jewels that he inherited after a Rakhadi departed from the family. It gives us great honor and pleasure to introduce a thespian.
Yeah.
And by that, I'm not talking about his status in the LGBTQRST community.
Oh.
I'm talking about his love of acting.
Oh, yes.
His delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a man who burst onto the screens and has been causing havoc. Havoc. Mamela. There's no role he hasn't played. Straight.
Yeah.
Gay. Blonde. Chiscop.
Yeah.
Employed. Unemployed.
Yeah. Child.
Adult.
Employed.
Son. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with the one and only Mpho Sibeko.
Finally. Hi, sibonge nathi nje ithuba.
Yes.
I don't have a script today, so I'm just going off the top. You know? But we are thankful to be here.
Yeah.
Boys, you know,
Shout
this
out.
feels like fun.
Yeah.
We're not here. Hey, I was panicking on the way here. I'm like, yo, I want ngizotini. Bazongibuzani. I was like, just rolling with the ball.
You understand?
Yeah.
Rolling with the punches.
Go mad.
Easy.
Poison, there are so many people watching this right now, the Cheese Gang community, the Cheese Boys, the Cheese Girls. They're sitting there thinking, wow, who is this handsome, sexy chocolate man? For those who are not in the know, my brother, that it's your camera over there. Please tell us who you are and what it is you do. Full name, by the way. Full name. Don't give us your Mpho to the easy to the CB.
Yeah, steady engine
Full
number.
name. Mpho Elias Tobeka.
Yo, what up, everybody? What's up to the Cheese Gang? I go by the name of Mpho Sibeko. Mfana se Soweto, mfana se Orlando. And I pretend for a living, man. I'm a conveyor of the truth. You know, so you gotta hold that mirror up to society. In layman's terms, I am an actor, ladies and gentlemen. That is a slum.
Layman.
Normal microwaves, unswimming in English.
Oh, yeah.
Noma ngayisho ngayo izophuma articulately.
Very.
Streaming studios, not just the mics, the lights and the equipment are very professional.
Sanibona. Yazi ngiqale kuphi? In the matchbox.
Ntwana.
Lapha kula mkhukhu lapha le sister loya bekanrentisa.
We shot the demo at Tsitsi's farm.
Yeah.
With green screen. And it wasn't a green screen. It was a green curtain.
I forgot about the demo. I actually have footage from I think we must play that footage in this episode.
To show
From the first attempt to do anything online.
Manje bheka ama green screen ama rig.
We have a white
You
guy.
understand?
Yeah, ngiyabona technical lapha ya.
Hey, what's going on, Matthew?
Shout out to Matthew.
Issue.
And he's been trying to incorporate vernac words when he's
chatting
with
it
us.
up.
Like, hey guys, welcome, Shapa.
Going completely there.
Look, great episode, Imnandi, and I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Frozen.
Bored.
Yo, dog. You've done phenomenal work
Yeah.
in your last season on, I almost said Strictly Blood.
Nake.
Blood and Water.
Blood is thicker than water.
Which one is this one?
But dog, I think for me, right, and we'll get into talking about like what you've done in your career.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, was this always the plan growing up, dog? Like, when you were in high school, when you were in school, did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
To be honest, no. From the jump, I had no idea. I think the only thing that actually jolted me in this direction was my old lady, you know. I think I was in like grade 4 or 5 or something.
What?
And she was like, yo, dude, hey, let me sign you up to this guy, some place. It used to be somewhere around here, actually. And I thought, okay, cool, I'm going to be a model, you know? Because, you know, a mother will always hype the son up like, oh, my boy, you are so handsome.
Yeah.
That time,
Hey, Dallas, tell us handsome. I'm sure you've also been told you were handsome as a child.
Yo, Robert, they told you.
This one.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
I knew where this is going.
so I thought, man, you know what, this is it. You know, I'm just gonna end up doing print stuff. And I remember we were traveling with my dad and we bumped into quite a prominent figure in this game of ours, right?
Who?
And
Rock. Oh, Sillo Magazine. Sorry.
No, he's behind
Is this your song?
No, he was definitely behind the scenes, but a producer of sorts, right? So my dad knew this gentleman, and we're at the airport, bumped into him, and he was like, oh no, this is what I'm working on. We're working on Lion King, the stage production.
Oh.
So we're busy with the audition processes. And the man was like, oh, my dad was like, oh, this is my son, right? And he was like, okay, one look. And I was like, bring him. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. All I've done is like play at school.
Just a young lock eye and out.
Play
You
at
know when your
school.
parents do that thing, and you act, yes.
Yeah.
Mbonis.
And did you
Yeah, like, no. He just saw a young man. He was like, you know, just bring him through. So yeah, we went through that. That process was for Lion King, I think about 4 months or so. And from there, I was like, okay, well, I don't know what's next in Scale, you know what I'm saying? Grade 6.
Yeah.
My mom was like, okay, well, if we're gonna carry on, if the show's gonna carry on, then he's not going anywhere because they went abroad, traveled and stuff.
Standard.
So I was like, yo, but mom, I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, eating hambi. And they even said, they tried to convince her, we've got like tutors on the road. Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
so I was like, okay, I mean, I don't see a problem with that. My mom was like, nope. So cool. Went back to primary school, finished that. Got to high school, got an agency, act much. And my first ever on-screen.
Hold on. Just to, before, because I think we're moving too quickly. So someone met you at the airport, gave you an audition, you went for the audition.
Yeah.
And then you got you got it.
Yeah. I was
And then
part of it.
how many plays did you have to go? Now, how do you learn how to act? Because this is your first gig and you're a kid, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think Abazalbetu, they always instill this thing in us. Like you were saying, go to yenza.
They know.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think I've made like a complete turnaround because as in Doningani, my dad was part of the Sarafina, the marketing team with the late Bambung Ningema. So there'd always be props at home, like costume, like, so I'd dress up and like do silly things, you know, just walk into the room and just.
So they were like crocodile's hair, they call like shit like I saw me.
Yeah, me like I was about to say.
No, but
So you can understand. You were there at home, Mpho. They whipped us.
He said, look,
They whipped
your
us.
eyes are piercing.
I'm a wrong uppi callback, but
I wish.
Yeah,
my dog.
they were at his house.
What
And then they borrowed them to Tapulom Gweda for his role.
Oh, you see him? Yeah, I saw him. And he has the whitest teeth for a Rasta. I'm like, no Rasta has teeth that white. No ways, bro. A Rasta, I mean, we've never seen a Rasta doctor smile.
Those dreads are matte black.
Oh, man. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Those dreads,
I'm over, boy.
Matt Black Dregs. What?
those dreads look like they can charge
white
cameras. They look like they can charge cameras.
Extension cord, mawahlanganisi.
Yo.
If you shake your head with those dreads, you fly. They're propellers.
Manje. You guys, man.
But they can look for a coaster. Yes.
He's gonna come on the show. He's gonna have
One day.
Yeah.
It's Titi.
Nah, yeah. Ish, I mean, he looks like I can take him there.
No, that one he'll bring his chanas for you.
Chanas, bro.
Tapan was the fittest guy I know.
What rap?
Fit.
Unale endurance.
Nal-endurance.
Yes, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yo,
Acting, yaujima, everything.
everything.
Right. Okay. Wait. So wait. Now this story, it must make sense.
Yeah.
No, we're piecing the story together.
Yes. Yeah.
So this man, Kontlung, he had props that he used to play with.
So
Sarafi.
he was already
Not
in the
the
vibe.
Sarafina props.
Yeah,
But you said
Mara.
Sarafina Pro.
No, there was props
by
at all.
virtue of working,
With-
so I automatically, now that I know the terminology, saying some props.
Oh,
I
at the time, wena pobone nje.
mina ngithi feature recently. It's okay, kusho ukuthi ye time again. This is my mom. So I used to just take those things and like play with them.
Kanti isofolga mistress masongo.
Damn. So
So you get into the thing, you do Lion King
Yeah.
locally.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity presents itself for you to go
International.
international.
With the company, yes.
Then your mother goes, we can't afford to because his marks are not great, Koskela.
Yes.
Oh.
She just wanted you to finish school.
She just wanted to
If he was an A student, his mom would be like, I'm so right.
How long were you doing the thing for?
So
Because you said grade 6. So was this grade 4?
No. So the grade 4 was the modeling
Okay.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
That's when he was still doing like Menyora Blade adverts. Yeah.
Like your net bank or something like that, right? Like a brochure. And then so they in a like a theater production, you get understudies, right? So there's always like another option or another actor on standby should, let's say, this actor falls ill. So as young Simba, there was also another young Simba, right?
Bona
So-
masimba Crenshaw.
Kahle boy, I'm a chips. Ngiyafrysha.
Yeah.
So I never got the chance to like actually like perform on the big stage like here at Monty. So that was the fundamental training for me, right?
Got you.
Because I went through the whole thing with them for about 4 months.
Yeah.
So they incorporate acting, dance, and singing.
Uh-huh.
So that for me,
the triple, yeah.
So it already felt like I was employed, like to some extent, you know. But I was learning nganagile, I think, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, so
Subconsciously.
yeah. So then after that, I didn't travel with them. I didn't perform with them. Went back to school. Then high school, that was when I got my first TV role. This was 2009.
Just before.
World Cup. Student Confederation.
It was a young Bisnyana. It was an ETV show. ETV show. It was an episode or two, man, you know. And then at the time, to answer your question, Pop, I didn't know that I want to do this thing. You know, in my head, I thought, okay, look, maybe I want to be a doctor or something. I want to be a.
So you were lying to yourself as a child.
Yeah, so it almost.
What if I wanted to be a doctor?
What if I wanted
You
value?
just wanted to operate something.
You understand? I think,
Imagine Sibeko was your doctor.
Yo.
boy, I'd be efficient.
He'll be the placebo when he walks in. Kishap. But you know, because you know why we asked, like, because like you've been working
Yeah.
basically from age, you know, from grade 5, grade 4. Have you ever had a childhood? If you look back,
I think I did, and if I didn't, I'm living it now for the inner child. You know what I'm saying? Because the industry, it's busy, dog. You're taking on a lot of energies, things. So yeah, I did have a fairly decent childhood, you know, but that was before all these things. Like I'm saying, it didn't register. Okay, this is what I'm going to end up doing.
Because I think working as a child versus being a child star is two different things. People that are child stars, basically, they didn't have much of a childhood.
Yeah, you're just force-fed.
Like
to
Umsawa
civilians.
Apo manje. Yes. He's already in TV.
You get it.
I don't.
What are you not caring, my dogs?
Like the difference between a child, like a working child and a child star.
A working child is what Mpho has described, right? I got put into an agency. I did gigs and campaigns here and there. A young brochure shoot here, so you're working. Versus a child star, right? As a child star, you are a singing sensation from a child. Msawao. You are back in the day, we turned our TV presenters into child stars. If you look today, young kid presenters aren't child stars anymore. But because we glamorized that and that's all we knew, right? Now you have 30, 40, 50 of those same age group people who are TikTok stars, YouTube stars, whatnot. But back in the day, if you were on TV at a certain time every day, you were a child star.
Yeah.
You can't be playing on the streets like normal kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
So
on
that's
Yo
what
TV,
takes away your
KTV,
childhood.
you were a child star. Yeah.
CC.
If you were
You-
if you had a pageant mom who put you into modeling things, you were a child star because you had to look a certain way all the time. You had to enter pageants.
There's an itinerary.
There's
for
an
you.
itinerary.
Yeah.
Your hair
That's
must
what
look like
takes away
this.
your
You must-
childhood.
Michael Jackson was a child star.
Yeah.
That's why he never had a childhood. This man was still allowed to be a child because he was allowed to play with Whoopi Goldberg's dreadlocks. at the house. You understand? So after that, he then ventured, because even though he was doing the thing that he's doing, he wasn't doing it at full capacity.
Yes,
He still had to go to school.
precisely.
If it was Michael Jackson's parents, Lion King
jumped in.
International or
Superstar.
school, they would have said
Superstar to
go.
superstar.
Go, yeah.
Right? Okay, cool. So then what happens when you have when you get your first TV gig at school, high school?
Look,
ETV.
I thought I was about to blow. I
Stop
thought
that.
this is it. Since those were ngami manje, you know. But
And this was 2 episodes.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You was
But at the
walking
time, I'm like,
past.
I'm on TV.
Episode 1, he just walked past.
Understand? I used to think Uguti, even that brochure of mine, I used to think Uguti, everyone has seen it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoever's gonna walk into a net bank, you know me. I'm there with my fake family eating a chip. Like, you know. So
That's so cool, though. That's very interesting. Everybody feels like that.
Yeah,
Your first
bro.
everything.
Then I-
You born a born.
Yeah.
I used to-
Yes.
Intro yourself. I won't point to an netback.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it out here, Simba.
no, man. But it does feel like that, you know what I'm saying? So after
The 2
the
episodes.
2 apes, right? So I was pulled out of school to go shoot, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm important, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bangibiza ku
Intercom.
Bangibiza ku intercom, isikhathi sami manje, you know? And then, hey, 3 people probably knew about it at school.
So they don't
Only
use
3,
net bank.
because-
When it's
No, but I'm
No,
talking about the
but
TV
the
gig.
TV gig.
Oh,
Yeah, like a few people knew about it because it was
So what
that
happens
thing.
when you go to a good school? Dude, I heard you were on the free channels. What were you doing there? No, I heard some of the Oaks.
yeah.
You're from Joby.
Yeah, hey, I heard Jabu and Sipa and them talking about you.
That's crazy.
What did he do?
2 eps.
So yeah.
And you thought I'm gonna blow up?
Yeah, man.
Marcos Gela, it was.
Escala, I mean, those who knew. And Escala, I don't know, man. You know, Escala, there's everywhere in life, there's hierarchies. The people classify you, they put you in those groups. So there's the cool guys, there's the nerds, there's that. So, mina, bang nige, they dubbed me as one of the coolish guys. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's not like that thing jolted it or like even.
Or you were
made it.
already seen as
I was
cool. So it's
already-
almost like
yeah.
expected.
So yeah.
So let's
yeah.
not blow it up
It's-
because
yeah.
it's Mpho, Sibeko.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I never used to realize ukuthi enhleki yini babonani la ngoba nami ngisasiyigoporoshnyana.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure myself out, you know. So nothing big came out of it. Only like a few people estradini, but at the time I'm in school, so I'm not going out where you're likely to bump into people.
Ah,
that are-
yes.
You understand? Mangisuke skela
So it's
ngendlini.
still the 4 walls.
Yeah. Very much so, you know? And then carried on with high school, did something like a couple of stints here and there. Nothing too major. It was like a more, not campaign, but like corporate type shoot things, you know? And then, yeah, I left school. I mean, I got to matric and...
Yeah, you are.
No, I didn't like...
Oh, so you got to metric.
Yes.
Oh.
Then
Okay.
you're going to pull a young dropout.
Yeah, sithi umuntu shama proshenya isiseka
Manje sekayahamba, boy. Imali yaseNetbank. So
Net for control.
So then, high school, I mean, grade 11 to matric, I still hadn't figured it out. I didn't know ukuthi ngifuna ukwenzani, you know, and the pressure was on now because people know. Your classmates know, go hey, mina ngifuna ukuya vets, mina ngifuna ukuyenza ini.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Mpho, what are we doing? And I really did want to be a doctor, but you know what I couldn't stomach? The
blood.
not the blood. I like gory.
Or
people,
water.
you know what I'm
People's stomachs.
saying? Oh,
Wow. Yo, what a double.
wow.
Did
Wow.
you see that?
Hey,
You saw
boy,
that one.
make me sweat.
Hi, bo. Ooh, yarre.
Did you understand, or must someone Tyler the joke to you properly?
You know, I love
So-
Titi. Titi is always like in his own power, but he's listening attentively. Ne? But the wheels are turning.
Yeah,
He's
I
trying
know.
to.
Thank you, man. You know me. You
I know your real life, my boy. I know
You're the
your real
good
life.
Mpho in my life.
Laba banye.
That's a DJ.
There's 3
Laba
Mphos in
banye.
your life, dog. I want your chest. You said he's a good important.
No, I'm joking.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm-
Actually, you're not the good Mpho in my life.
I'm the problematic one. Who's the good
Yeah,
one?
dog. Or you hadn't figured it out. When do
Yeah.
you figure out, Jorge, this thespianism is what I want to?
Because you spoke about pressure, so just to add, because you spoke about pressure. And I
Yeah.
know, Vele, after matric, all you being told is you're unemployed.
So like I was saying, at the back of my mind, this thing was already like brewing.
Yeah.
You know, like it became almost like an unspoken rule,
Yeah.
right? Or at least I can say that now, looking back.
Yeah.
Right? But at the time, you can't really.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a doctor, but I couldn't stand having to tell someone that I couldn't save your loved one.
Oh.
So that was that
Hectic,
thing
yeah.
for me. Where I was
That
just
is
like, yo,
crazy.
you know, because manje, I'm taking that home with
And
me.
you almost represent that emotion that comes with
You understand? So yeah. Matric, I got to matric and I was like, okay, yes, Mpho. I've done drama, Eskela, throughout the years, raked up these awards, myself and Khalele Tsang, very good friend of mine, close sister, my twin, essentially. We were the ones
She's
leading.
brilliant, that one. Yo,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, learned from the best.
Mhm.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Okay, you seem to be a big fan.
Yo, you're the biggest.
Talk us through that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, took us through it. Hectic.
Hey.
So, man, you know, drama, we were in it. And I think just having to do it over and over and over is what ignited this thing. And I got to matric, manqed isikela ngathi yazi, okay, I'm going to Wits. I'm going to do drama. Ukuthi izongisebenzela, I didn't know. But I felt as though ukuthi, I've left some sort of like a footprint in the game. So I'm gonna hit the ground running, as opposed to, you know,
Starting from scratch.
Yeah. So it was there when I decided to go to, okay, sharp, I'm gonna apply and go to Wits.
Bro, you go to Wits, right? You study, you actually get into the inner workings of what it is that you're essentially doing today. You used to act in commercials, stage play for Lion King. In varsity, were you sort of like, I've done this before, so I'm easy, or did it open up another level or another layer rather to what you thought you knew about acting?
So
I'm basically asking in layman's terms, was it worth going to varsity?
That's a dope question.
Yeah.
It's like knowing how to drive and attending advanced driving lessons.
for ini, angithi siyafakuke one, you know. So that chapter of my life, Wits doesn't take me, right? Now I'm stranded. I'm like, you.
Yes, sir.
Yo, we're
What
already
am I
asking
gonna
about questions post-Wits.
Yes, sir. Angithi manje ngibheke lapha at the end of high school.
The edge is not for everyone.
Boy, you know what I'm saying? So I remember
That blue student card, yes, says it's heavy, that thing, bro. Yo. That blue and yellow. Hey.
So now I'm speaking to my old lady. I'm like, yo, mom, I really want to do this thing. You know, now I've decided that, okay, cool. I'm going to pursue this drama thing, acting thing, or at least this entertainment industry thing.
Yeah.
Right? So she suggested a couple of places, and they were just too far away. And then she went and like actively like made sure to find the right one. And she found AFTER for me. So then I got to AFTER. And I was like, wow. Thank God I did not go to Wits. Thank God. The whatever plan was set for me, I think Wits would have sort of created a backlog of the stuff I could have done.
And you only realize that.
Yeah, because I would have had to play catch up now, you know? So for me, to answer your question, AFTER unlocked everything. Because in my head, I'm thinking, oh no, in your act, I'm going to stand in front of the camera and then it's on. right? But then
They
after
gave
taught
you
me
everything.
different
Design,
departments, dog.
production,
Writing,
I messed
you know.
after that.
And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a whole new world. You know, this is actually
A fantastic place.
like the best thing that could have happened to me, you know, because it opens you up as well. So as an actor, you also need to be aware of the other elements at play.
Yes.
You know, all the other things that need to happen. You know, something as simple as maybe the cameraman behind something's going on, but you can see it like in the periphery, but you need to be able to adjust for him, find the camera, find the light,
Team player.
avoid, you understand?
Yeah.
Avoid the boom
Understanding
shadow.
production.
You understand?
You have
So-
to feel the light,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes you have to walk into a frame and feel the light so that you know that the camera's catching you
Yeah.
at a certain thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know they're not going to be able to use that
They
take.
can't use it.
Yeah.
They can't use it. So afterwards was amazing. And I mean, you know, we with lecturers that are actually in the game, you know, already they professional. They do this thing. They leave set and come teach us, and then they leave us to go to set. Then in the first year, I did rhythm setting.
Oh.
And yes, it was 2013. I did rhythm setting, and I was still at school, right? So I had fun, bro. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get
How
into
much
that
money
set.
are you making, bro?
And see, Simba.
No.
You know why I ask? No, do you know why I ask, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine the context of someone at varsity, at after, in Bramfontein, with however much money you're making at the time as an extra towards whatever you're paying towards. So I want to get the sense of the kind of lifestyle that was available to you at that age.
So who were you at Rhythm City? What role did you play? And more or less, how much were you making at the time?
Okay, so I mean, sisemhlabeni lana, and you know, it's tough being black, but it's tough being a black man, you know. And as umzali, they always want to see umntanakhe prosper and. So besinganayo imali ukuye after like that. What is ngabhadala nje 90,000 flat out, boom, you know. So this is when the I guess Soti government comes into play and they assist kanjalo. So even that little thing that I was making, I'd be like, yo, mom,
Going back home.
Yeah, let's
My
come on,
mans.
take.
Yeah.
Let's do something,
My
you know,
mans.
like let's build, let's, you know. So on Rhythm City, I played a character named JT. JT.
John Travolta.
Nakia.
Yeah.
JT, this was around the storyline Egam Renee Lwe, who's played by Amu. Amu Chidi, I think. Amu Chidi, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong.
I know it's Rhythm City, but we're not talking piano.
So what was JT?
So JT was that guy, man. Was a scale, and that's the thing. I think these characters have followed me. I'm always that guy, the cool guy. Lo abantwana, you know, like, you know, it's so he was that guy, and he wanted to take Renee Lwe to the matric dance, but his thing was that after the matric dance, I'm gonna book us a hotel because what? After parties, you understand? After parties going down. So he was that problematic bro. And then he just stood her up. And he stood her up. And that was my...
Okay. No, like, you know what I imagine? No, bro, like... I mean, like your first day at after, bro.
Yeah.
Like, think about it, bro. The first day where you are going into a life where you're going to live this life forever. That's what the first day at university feels like. And obviously, you also already have, like Pops was saying, you already have this mindset that you're going at a specific place and you already failed at going at VIT and stuff like that. What happened? Like, walk us through the first day of just realizing all these things that you are going to be living with your whole life.
Sorry to answer your question. That was meant for you. But, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
I don't think you realize those things on the first day. Those things you realize
as
over
you go.
time, right? Because remember, Paul mentioned something about like, it opened up his world and he started noticing different things, different departments, different what. So I think the first time you go into a new space, we're all nervous and scared and whatever.
Very. Very.
But again, to your question and that which you'll jump into now, you start thinking about like, but I know this thing. I have an idea of what it is. But then you get to school and you, first of all, the first couple of days, you're not even really doing what you should be doing. But as time goes by, as you start actually getting into it, you start going, oh, snap, there's this as well. I get to do this as well. I get to work with people like this. Yo, my lecturer actually works this thing. You know, sometimes you don't realize on the first day that the person who does who does lighting and whatever for you is doing it for generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think these are things that happen over time. But I'll let you.
No, it's fine.
Sure. I mean, also just to add on to that, bro. It's like the first day of anything. Like, you know, you stepping into something you know nothing about, right? To some extent, or the people you're doing it with, you know. So okay, I'll tell you my experience. Mang figure after, I just saw a bunch of rich kids, bro. I was like, yo.
See, so those are the things that are clouding his mind.
Yeah.
In order for him to...
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo. And for just banning. So now when they put us in that hall, what do they call it? L1. L1. They put us in that hall and then they induct us. You know, like, okay, this is what you're going to do. This is, so, lo funugenzi music, ayele, this one who wants to do acting, this one who wants to do what, go that side. So now you start seeing people going and you're like, Ish, I like this thing. Can I go try? But yo, what are they going to require from me if I'm going to go do music? I can't sing. I can't write.
Some form of intimidation too.
It's
beats by this one
musician.
Yeah.
This one knows these things. So it's also that, man. Ugotim, yes, I've acted before, but at the same time, I don't know who's also the next best thing in this room. You know, so that thing we are told, and now you get scared because it's like it becomes a competition of sorts. You know, but I think when I settled in, you get to then gauge everyone and you see Guti who's who in the zoo. But that thing at the back of the mind that you were mentioning, Guti, because I've done it before, I'm holding on to, yes, I have done it. But at the same time, I'm yet to learn as well. You know, I'm here to learn too. But if then I think there was...
I've made it then.
Yeah. Then why am I here? Why am I not continuing? But for my own growth and I guess my own trajectory, I need to learn the different things that require you to become the performer or the thespian you want to be. Something as simple as already, if you get an audition for something, you get the brief for the story itself, right? Story Bible. You get character bios and stuff like that. But Escolini, they also taught us to create our own character bios, even with that thing given. You have to create the thing for the character. What are the things he needs? What is he after? What's at stake for him? What's his through line? You know. So all those things they came into play, and that's the one thing. And I always say to people, one thing about AFTA is it's all about what you are taking away from it. Just because you went to AFTA doesn't mean you go to Zosebenz.
Bars.
They're not gonna give you Umsebenz. It's what you are taking away from it. You know. So it was nice to know, Goti, I can be here at school, learn this thing. Tomorrow I'm on set. I'm implementing.
Applying
Same like I'm applying it right real time. You know. So that was always that thing for me. I was always looking for something new to take to work the next day.
Oh, that's
you know. So I'm like I'm eager. But the up and downings, because first year it was Rhythm City. Second year was Khatuma Boning. Third year was Gold Diggers, which took up the entire year. So I was running from set. I'd get to set 6 a.m. Do my scenes, into guys, more 2 school in a class. And that time I'm already missing most of the classes.
Because of the shooting.
Yeah. I'm already missing most of the classes.
So you're trying to make as much as you can.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So, sorry, go for it.
Finish.
So it was that thing, your team. It's crunch time every time. You know, so I leave work, I go to school, I get to school, I have to go back to work after that because it's and people always ask, so how do you remember lines? And I'm like, oh no, that comes with it over time. You know this thing, like it takes the muscle, you flex it until it
Really?
It's also that thing of also, like you said, if you create the character as well.
You already know.
you
You switch into this mode.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog, can I ask something that I know is relevant to now?
Sure.
That you mentioned a bit of it now, saying people are choosing this and you feel like, can I not? And that confidence thing. Dog, how important is self-confidence to you? Because you get to a place in like guys that they don't know you look up to are in the room. And it's like, snap, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk to us about that, bro. Because I think that's the craziest thing about acting, because we all multi-talented out here, right? But it's like, I know you're not going to perform my song on stage.
Yeah.
So if I see Folk backstage, I can't wait for this song, he's going to perform, he can't wait for my, like that. But with acting, it's like you're in line with people you used to watch growing up, with someone you look up to now, with someone, like how important is that level of self-confidence?
So, as Abantu, first and foremost, I'm still trying to figure out my own self-confidence, to be real with you.
Shout out for being real.
Keep it real, you know? But one thing I then had to quickly come to terms with is that my job begins at action, right? So yes, I look up to you, ngiyakuhlonipha, and ngiyazithoba vele in front of you. You know, I am still a young man in the game, right? I'm younger by age, by everything. But at the same time, I'm also employed or brought into this thing to deliver what I'm supposed to deliver. So, Uguti, when you've been doing it for so long, it doesn't change the fact that I still need to do my scene. And who can do it the way I can do it? Me. Right? So it's quite important to have faith. And I know we, as creatives, we are all our own biggest like critics, right?
Yep.
But at the same time, you just have to throw it away. You know, like that stage fright thing. You can feel it. You're like, I'm nervous. Not just and that's how you just went to the
Just come from the 609.
Masugi's Katsakona, you just have to get rid of it and do the thing.
Because when it's action, it's on.
So for me, it's that's how I pretty much do things. I just jolt myself into this thing like, hey, Yenzaman, the pressure.
How strenuous was the last year of After for you? Considering you had
Gold diggers,
you had Gold Diggers,
The show.
The show.
The show. Around you.
Coming in.
So how strenuous was that last year? Because you were so active in your work, but at the same time, it's your third year, bro. Right? This is your final year. This is your graduation.
Last push.
You're skipping class. How strenuous was that? Did you make it?
So, to be honest with you, man, 2015 was my third year, and Gold Diggers came then, beginning of 2015. And I remember going to the office and saying, guys, how many days do I have to pull back? You know, next day, let me gauge what work is saying, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, you've got 21 days. They're like, you've got 21 days. I was like, okay, cool, sharp. And this is now orientation week. I haven't started classes, nothing, but I just got confirmed for the role during a week. So
into your third year, no?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All week for the first, because I was like part of what they used to call it clever. So like Ngati prefecting.
Oh, boy, clever.
Oh, boy, clever. I have Welcome to the induction.
What you say?
You better listen to the clevers at school.
I bring the action.
I am the action. So
that reference, my friend.
Keep up action.
Thank you, boy.
Yeah.
So I went to set and I got to see the schedule for the first week and then the second week. And I've got 21 days. So then I got to see, this character is actually heavily involved. Where we're shooting, Mulder's Drift. Where's after?
Opposite.
You understand? Opposite
Auckland Park, you said it earlier.
And at the time I was still at home. So Igupi home, it's the south.
Yeah.
So now you can imagine south, Mulder's Drift, Bram or Auckland Park. So I went back and I was like, yo, guys, okay, I don't think I can do this. Can I? I'll come back next year, right? They were like, nah, boy, you only had 7 days. I was like, 7 days, but you guys said, yeah, you need 21 almost, right? So fine, ngitshela uma-ole that angeke. So where she works, every call is recorded. So she goes and looks for the file. But in the meantime,
Hey.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I have to go to school
Until
and
this
still
case
go to
can be
work.
resolved.
Yeah. So I did that for 6 months, bro. Do you know it was emotionally taxing?
Yo.
I can imagine. 6 months is half a year.
You understand?
Yo.
It was physically taxing.
Yo.
And even like the relationships you then have with people from your second year in your class, because now there's crews
Tension.
for like your
And you letting us
your
down.
phones,
Group
you
film is a
understand?
group
Yeah.
effort, yeah.
So I had to like negotiate my way through it all because I was like, guys, ngiyacela, please just trust me. Trust me. I might not be able to make every rehearsal or every class,
Putting in bed.
but best believe on the day you're practical, I'll be ready. Dog, I used to literally run lines with these guys on the day of the practical. It's okay, but so how did you stage it? Okay, like this. Okay, can you just do a quick word run? Quick. Okay, sharp. Let's go on stage. Relax.
Clean.
Ngapha
Kill.
you've got a gold digger script sitting here.
Boy, there
Ngapha
was a farm boy.
Usaseblonde for le carrot eyezone.
So it was yeah, that 6 months, bro, was actually I can say difficult, but also like a learning
Sharpening.
experience. Yeah. And I guess that's why I'm also now comfortable in the pressure. I mean, I hate it. I'm terrible at certain things. Time, I procrastinate and
Why are we all the same as creatives, bro?
I won't lie.
So that's why I mean,
being on
last
time
minute
is not creative, bro.
In-
Being on time
is not creative.
Everyone is doing
That's
it.
true. That is true.
That
And
is
that's a
it.
lesson I had to learn, boy, because
Being on time is boring.
No, but
It's important.
why is it? I because the four of us are creatives. Why are we not great? And someone said it has to do with ADHD and all of that stuff. But why do we procrastinate so much? And why is time such an issue for us? Like you will get up at 8, knowing very well that we're shooting popcorn and cheese at 11. You'll be up at 8, you'll sit either on your laptop or your screen or whatnot, or you go for a jog.
Yeah.
You'll even do things to like get yourself in the thing. Then you'll pack your outfits, you do. But man, government 9, you're like, let me blow.
It's always that
Things
voice
just
in
that
it.
Yeah,
becoming
let me
more
just-
interesting.
Can I
Yeah,
answer the procrastination one? I have a feeling, and correct me if I'm wrong. The things that you're not too good at or you're nervous for, you almost prepare and over-prepare. But like the things we know, those are the things that are like, man,
I can buy that.
bro, like I'll get a brief now, dog, for this campaign. And the first thing I ask is, when do they need it? How about it next week, Thursday?
You know
It's
you're
like
only
shoot
gonna
out
open
Wednesday,
the
guys.
Yeah.
Without the idea, then only on Tuesday, I'm like, what is this idea? Sharp, I'm sleeping. Wednesday morning, I have the idea, I shoot it and it's done. It's like, but why did we procrastinate? So I think it's comfortability.
True.
Can I ask a weird question? Do you think that's...
Oh, so your other questions are normal.
Not weird.
Yeah.
So
And what do you
for the
all this
past
time.
50-something episodes,
I've been
it's
here
only
for
normal.
over a year. Only now you're gonna tell me now my questions are not normal. No, I'm joking. But you know what, Pops? Now let me ask a rather normal. Wait,
Ask
you
a
see, now I
question.
forgot my train of thought.
Ask your question.
You're gonna ask an abnormal question.
boy.
So what?
A weird question.
Oh wait, what I want to know is that here's the thing: society has these rules about time and all that stuff. You know, my mom used to scream at me and say, "Time wasted, never regained. Time waits for no man." Like, I know those things off by heart. Like, my mom used to say, and I didn't even understand what this meant at the time. But she'd say, "Time waits for no man. Procrastination is the thief of time." That's what my mom used to say to me all the time. But now that I'm older, I realize that yes, the procrastination also has its bad sides, but there's so much less mental health in being on time and being under the pressure of moving along those things. Like you said, we're emotional DJs when we are on stage, right? So now, how can I be an emotional DJ if my emotions are not right? And that's what something like pressure does for me personally, is that pressure makes me feel like I'm not myself. Like when people tell me like,
Hectic.
you need to be, like when I'm rushing, most of the time I don't have a good show. When I'm rushing, most of the time. But if I'm relaxed, then I'm not saying that like I have to wake up 2 hours earlier. I live like an hour away from here, so I have to wake up 2 hours earlier so I can relax and relax and come here, relax. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, is all this procrastination and trying to fit everything into my lifestyle, is it me taking advantage of the position that I've been blessed with? Because there's also that.
Yeah. Hi.
Because 2 hours, like I'll be like, it's fine, I'll be late for this thing. But now I'm late 3 times for things. 4 times. Is it really playing on my blessing? What's going to happen to me in 5 years' time if I carry on the same thing? Yeah. That's a lot of things that you have to wonder for my comfortability.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
So, yeah,
I love
bro.
the weirdness of that question.
So yeah,
Dude, that was a
it's
clean question.
on that for me. It's to add the what it almost it's second nature.
Second
right?
nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a bit of tardiness that comes with it, like I can do it anyway, But ngesinye as well, you also have to then learn the lesson, right? Otherwise, then if you keep doing the same thing, it's going to be a vicious cycle, right?
Yeah.
So I was in a position once where because of this
Timekeeping, yeah.
Begu shuba. And I had to sit down with myself, right? After the fact, I had to sit down with myself and be like, yo, Donayami. You can't keep cutting it short. I need about 5 minutes, man. Yeah, no, it takes me 30 minutes to get there. I leave in exactly 30 minutes. Can't do.
One thing happens, it's now
One
45.
small thing, you understand? So that was the back and forth third year. So 6 months into third year, in the Banai case.
Phone call yange,
By yourself.
recording.
But okay, yeah.
Udi
no.
mom's uthole voice note.
Yeah.
Uganje.
Guganje. But okay, no, it's fine. So I was like, yo, okay. Whew. I
Yeah,
left.
but that's 6 months later.
Dog. So I left.
So ngalile futa
Yeah, I was like, hey. Yeah, you understand? I left after for the second semester, and I focused purely on work, right?
Yeah.
And then we're done with that season. Season 2 comes back the following year. So the following year, I'm meant to start school from June, right? But I'm sitting at home, man. I'm not shooting any other show. Okay, wait, actually, I did shoot. Okay, no, sorry, that's the following year. I'm not shooting any other show. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit here at home and burn into savings. Let me go back to school again.
Savings.
So I went into...
This man is acting, bro.
So I went...
How much savings are these in third year that you can sit at home for 6 months?
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to. I could, but I don't want to. Because then MacG later down the line, you understand? So I was like, okay, sharp. It's in real scale. I was only meant to start in June. But I went in Jan. I was like, I'm going to do this again. At least Yabonis Katsami, and I'm still doing what?
Yeah.
Working the muscle.
Yeah.
Working the muscle. Sharp. First 6 months. Does Gold Digger Season 2 not come back in June? In June.
So now the pressure that you were feeling first part of the year, last year, you are now going through it now
into
second.
the second. And now into the second is experimental films, is the plays. So now plays is huge.
Time.
Now
It needs your time.
It needs
physically.
And plays you can't improvise. You have to hit your marks.
You have to. And this is like graduation, like piece, So the directors are like industry professionals. We understand that sharp, we are
That's also so ironic. It's like your parents not letting you go play for Jay-Z, but they teach you how to play this instrument. Can't do Jay-Z must now already.
So at this point, you're used to being a student
Yeah.
Of the game.
because you've had 6 months of uninterrupted action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now back
The
to the
only thing was probably like a young here.
A young
but it's
advert
nothing.
here.
Yeah, young
That's
is
just
nine.
crazy.
But
So
it's nothing.
how did you deal with that pressure for that 6 months? Like, did you make it?
I did. I think my biggest motivator was that, as in, for umzalwam, I want to laminate that thing. I fage fridging, or I beg fridging, or wherever, just for my rents and for me. Because, I mean, let's face it, you don't go to an audition, they say, oh, where are your qualifications? You know what I'm saying? May the best man win.
So at this point, when you're acting and you're having to like tackle with. So how important does school feel to you at that point?
Oh, wait.
Tricky, ne?
It
'Cause
was
it's not bringing coins, it's not bringing fame and hype.
Can I be?
This girl, I feel. I
This
feel boss girl, Mpho, uncle, Marco, You're like,
You understand?
look, talk to me nice.
So it was, for me, I think the people,
I love that.
the classmates made me, certain classmates, right? And certain looks.
Like Khala.
When you're walking into, we were, come on, we're cool, you know. But I joined her class because remember I was coming back.
Yes.
So I joined her, now was with her. So it's the people, bro, because I remember there was this one day I walked into class and they were doing the register. They were doing the register. And the manje, yabona, now mina mentally, emotionally, like inhliziyo ngaphakathi angisekho right. Like I've gone through it, right? I'm tired actually. Let me just go work.
Yeah.
I've got one of my own friends telling me, but Mpho, why don't you just quit and finish school? I'm like, excuse me. I must leave this thing. Never mind ukuthi ngiyasebenza ngiyahola, but I must leave this thing I'm studying for.
Yes.
What do you mean? I'm already in, right? So I walk into the classroom and they're marking the register. So because I was in that mood, you go to ngisanandaba and like as in wada. I'd always like wear hoodie, cap, shades. I was always that
Superstar
shade
syndrome.
guy. Now, yeah, I didn't want anyone looking me in the eye because you could tell Uguti and like angekfateli. You understand? Because of the little, you know, the murmurs, dog, that you hear of and that you experience even when you're there. So they're marking the register and then they get to my name. That's Mpho Sibeko. And there's a couple of snickers.
He might not be here again.
And then exactly that.
TV.
Some hand says that. And I'm like, present. Bro, they all turned back like I was the new student, you know.
Oh, they
all
didn't see
looked
you
back
pull up?
And they didn't. I sat at the back because it was in the theater. So I sat at the back and then the teacher was on the stage. And you know, I didn't find it important as I should have, but at the same time, I was already in it, right? Doing it. And they bengithanda ukuthi abakwatisa. Because there by Volvo Camphor, what? There used to be a billboard.
Yours.
So you can imagine students
Corner of the school.
going to
when
school.
I go, you are there.
I see the students, the lecturers.
The lecturers themselves.
But
but
let's go into an audition after teaching. Right?
Omunye usuka wherever, the billboards are all around the city, right? So that thing for me, it got to a point where I was just like, Yazin, Mpho, focus on you, get to school, and then let's leave this because clearly abantwana, they don't understand this thing.
Dude, how difficult is it to be at the top?
No.
You need to answer that, my boy.
You can ask any one of
For
these.
me, I make it look easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking.
I think to Zizi's question, bro, like, how did you handle the pressure? Right? Because we often see people in entertainment when the pressure gets too much. You lean on drugs, you lean on alcohol, partying, engaging in, you know, sexual acts with
Sex,
with fans, co-stars, whatever. When you were at the height of pressure, I'm not even going to say fame, pressure, because you've got pressure from school, you've got pressure from set. More you have outside pressure from
also.
people who are starting to recognize you. Now you're becoming famous now.
And self.
You know, and self.
Because of what you're trying to build.
Money.
Your mom's holding down for your mom.
Yes, pressure from home.
From mania.
What was your coping mechanism during that? How did you cope during that time? And it's okay to say, I wasn't coping. This is what I was doing.
I feel like I was on autopilot, bro. I wasn't coping, but I had to cope, right? So that involved doing things that I wanted to do for me.
Important.
Right? Not for this production company, not for this qualification, for Mpho. For the inner child in me, right? So yeah, dog, you know, I used to gravitate to a lot of my friends. When I get a little pocket of like breathing room, let's just go. Let's go have fun, dog. Understand? But it got to a point where I think I ended up shutting off from the world, from everything, and mind you, at the time, that's when I started my relationship I was in, right? And and now you have to lean on that person, right? So I had to find solace in what's for me, and whatever isn't for me, dog, I can't stress about that.
And with this relationship, are you both stars at this time? Because I know you were in quite a celebrity relationship. Yeah.
At the time, Ishio wasn't on anything.
She wasn't on anything.
It was only later that year where she bagged her first sort of like professional gig. Yeah. So I had to lean on like Abandeng Bazi, your friends, co-stars, ask for guidance. Especially because it's only in 2019 of my career since I've started where I started working with like people my age group. So all the other shows I've done, it's like industry legends. So I'd literally run to them.
You were always the young.
I was always the youngest, yes.
This man worked with but not Mufasa, Mofias.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah. That was what, 2017?
That's lit.
2017. Yeah. So I had to ask them for advice, man, guidance. And it's Kati, you just have to close your eyes and just
do what's needed of you.
Yeah.
We always have that responsibility, especially people like us who come from the homes and the backgrounds that we come from. It's like, given the option to not do something, you would have gone, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But you have to do it, right? I wanna ask you about entertainment, bro.
Sure.
Because you're in it. I wanna know about the quality of South African entertainment, right? You are in Blood and Water, which is one of those productions that I feel like made us realize as South Africans that we are capable of doing high-end television, right? There's a few examples of shows like that. Blood and Water, Shaka, Ilembe. There's shows that are so high quality, the Queen Sonos, the shows that make you realize that when we want to... you were also on the show, man. Is it Legacy?
No. But I know that show, yeah.
No, what show were you on?
I was on The Estate.
The Estate, not Legacy, The Estate, sorry. The Estate, right? Yeah. Again, high-end quality production, right? Which makes you realize we are capable of doing these types of shows. So as someone who's in the entertainment industry, how do you feel about the state of the quality of our production? And do you as an actor sometimes get into a production and go, this is pop, but I need the gig?
Damn.
On that last note, yes.
Damn.
And that speaks to the quality, right? Not the quality of what we produce, but the quality of how we operate and run this thing. Why am I settling for
treatment
this
and standard?
We could have fixed it if everything was handled right. Not saying pay me R1 million, but I'm just saying, make it worth my while.
Make it worth my while.
Because
let me give you the best of me.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look, we are continuously growing as an industry in every form, shape, whatever. And I think the shows that you've mentioned are actually testament to what we can achieve, right? It's nice to be a part of it, to be at that point where you are in there. You are in the tide when it starts to shift, So Gwesinye's car team, I get touched myself. I'm like, man, I'd love to do this, man, but hey, I can't, wada. And then the first thing that comes to you, you're like, okay, even if being funa 10 rand a day, when I uti 6 rand 50. So icabangi. It's okay, I sent 750 mfethu. Understand? And then mabathi bayalwa. If we are emailing to yakho, right? Because that's another thing that I had to learn. At some point, I had to learn how to negotiate for myself.
And to stand by.
To stand my ground.
You get what you negotiate.
But the thing is now, you're so afraid.
Yeah, the game will make you realize that there's 10 other Mphos waiting in
because
line.
When I get you are happy to settle at 7.5, 7 or 7 rand 50. Omunye umuntu uzothi
5 rand.
Oh, 5 rand. You understand what I'm saying? So it's always that. And I think that's another thing that compromises the quality of what would then be entertainment. Because you're ready to just grab omunye umuntu who can do it. Whereas
The best person for the job, you didn't want to give him
You didn't even want
7.5.
You understand?
Yeah.
Ngoba wena, they have this thing, dog, right? I don't wanna sound like a Cat Williams, but like, you know, it has to be spoken upon, right?
Yeah.
The level of the quality that one can produce after everything you've done. And into buhlungu ukuthi esikhathini esiningi we don't deal with like CV. Right? In corporate world, you deal with a CV. You see
all the qualifications.
Okay.
Tina, it's Roland.
You understand?
It's who is the best
Mutoso.
person for this thing? Who can bring this character to life?
And then you forget to go to, oh, Mara, remember that other show that he did? There was something that, man, he can bring to this character. So because of those things, it's very disheartening, man. It's very disheartening. But to be honest with you, I think find what you love, man. Find what you love, and let it kill you.
Are we on the right trajectory as
Entertainment
as
in the country.
entertainment?
As a country?
Yeah.
We I think no one does it like us.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
In every way. No one does it like us. Like khona omunye ungayenza fine asinandaba nawe thina sila emzansi, right?
Waya.
Us fly.
Us fly.
No, here and there, just, you know.
Yes. Come on. Go shooting in Cape Town. Yeah.
So, but I think the entertainment industry, we have it. We have it. I think it's time for us to also hone in on what we do have and find those little gaps and cracks.
And this is why I'm asking this question to you specifically, right? Is because on your current show, by the way, Blood and Water, new season out, phenomenal, great, right? You were presented with the opportunity of joining Blood and Water on season 3.
Yes.
Right? And the reason why I ask you about the state of entertainment is because on Blood and Water, you play a gay man, right? And if I think about where we were in entertainment 15, 20 years ago, where Jason and Senzo had a gay incident on Generation.
15 years ago.
It's about 15 years ago.
15.
Yeah, probably. It's actually longer, yeah.
Yeah, when Jason and Senzo acted gay on Generations. And essentially, at that time, that was like career suicide.
Yeah,
that was
taboo.
That was taboo. It didn't work out well for the gents at the time. And South Africans frowned upon. It was a bad time to be gay on screen in South Africa, right? I remember, and I remember Rockville came about. They wanted me to audition and play a gay dude on Rockville, but because I had
that thing at the back.
After that thing, no.
Nenzad.
Right?
Nenzad.
But you see, the thing is, as an actor, you need to be willing and ready to play anything. Because it's not you who's gay.
It's the character.
It's the character who's
play.
gay. Yeah. So now, you know, you get presented with this opportunity to play someone who's gay in a TV show. What was your reaction to it? Right? How were you able to embody that character? And what has this done for you in retrospect? Yeah.
I like that. So when I auditioned, I didn't know, right, that the character was full on homosexual. But I could tell in the audition room, the brief, he was very. He gave me Johnny Depp vibes. You know what I'm saying? Very
Elizabeth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not like flamboyant about it or anything, right?
Yeah.
So when I auditioned, I didn't know. In fact, when I got the call that the director's coming down and they'd like to see me, I was like, yeah, I mean, because of the history, having been part of it from season 1, but unfortunately couldn't because of another show. So when I auditioned, everything was I did what I needed to do. I could sense that, okay, maybe this character, he's on the edge, you know. But when I got there and I sat with the directors and we hadn't had the table read yet, they they then asked me, how do I feel? And I'm big on questions. Like even in an audition room, like I'm gonna ask if I feel like I can't grasp something, or I'm gonna try get to the crux of it all. So I asked questions. And it's only at the table read where I found out the extent of this boy's sexuality, right? And was I taken aback? Yeah. I really was taken aback. Because why? I'm like, yo, that little thing at the back is like, yo.
And Angazi.
And Angazi. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo. And then obviously being Umjita, I'm like, yo, I'm a chance as what he.
Hey, Mpho.
And
So we LGBRS. No, but those are the things that go through your mind. Those little scenes play in your head.
You know,
What people say when they see you in the mall. No,
you understand? Because that's how
I mean, Angtati Terminator.
You
Another
understand?
one guy that's just standing and watching.
You understand? And I'll touch on that because I went through something like that. But for me, man, I was like, okay, Mpho, it's not about you.
Yeah.
We're here to tell a story.
Exactly.
You understand? We're here to tell a story. And dog, it's Netflix. This is the conversation I'm having with myself. I'm like, bro,
Coins.
it's Netflix, my man. It's blood and water. We're not international. We're global, baby. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, we are global. And I was like, okay. So then I had to really process it and sit down with it. And I remember having read all the episodes, I was like, oh my goodness, they really want this boy to be like
Out there.
a flick. Not out there, like, you know.
No, but like
Yeah.
lamsaring.
Every chance he gets. Every chance he gets. And I
A freak.
Like engaging.
Yeah.
Like,
Every chance he gets.
Yeah.
Every chance
You
he
must.
gets. Titi.
So they wanted me to be umshai wesinga ngempela. Kahle kahle.
Basically.
Damn, what is that?
Yeah.
You get it, yeah?
I get the mood of how he said it,
Yes.
but I have no idea what he said.
I love this guy. Titi, I love you.
see what you done like that, bro.
A gay guy.
Oh, when you find out at the table read.
Bro, I guess the way he explains it, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, you know? Like, I always told you, bro, if I was in the closet, I'd never come out, you know?
No, Titi, you are leaving us with questions now.
Like, if I wasn't there, I would never come out. If you're looking for me, you must come inside.
Which one is this one?
Find me inside. Where it's warm, you know.
There's lights in here.
You know.
Yeah.
Because out there, you know, like I'm also scared of like people just like calling me baby girl now. You know, like
Baby girl.
like,
What problems do you want?
But like South African bro, still catcall. Like we mustn't act like catcalling is done. You know,
That's
it still
true.
happens. You know, especially
true.
if somebody's out there with their sexuality. I feel like, you know, now I'm getting called baby girl, bro. You know, I mean, even if I was
And
gay,
you said to Robot that something like that.
Yeah, he's gonna give us a story. Let's see.
like even if I was gay, I'm still a man, bro. Like, don't call me baby girl.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I've seen it happen in Xavier on Monday.
What happened?
This other bro, like obviously he like openly, you know,
Came out the closet.
yeah, he's out the closet. He's walking around outside, you know. But when he got catcalled so badly, and I think that's my decision that day. I was like, if I am gay, God, I hope it stays a secret until I die. You know? I want it at my obituary. They say, what's that? Titi Nanali? Then, but
Here lies.
oh, I'm gone.
That's hilarious. Robala ka khotso.
You don't wanna
You
hear
are now
all these
out the
things.
closet.
You know, yeah.
Yes.
I know it's a sad reality for someone to feel like that, but the only reason why is because when I look at the opportunities on that like life, you know, I'm like, there's a lot more danger, which is a bad thing, but that's my opinion on that. Like, yo, if I was inside, I'd stay
By the time they
inside.
find out some gold.
It's not inside, it's on top.
Mhm,
Or
well,
bottom.
both. Yeah, inside, on top. Yeah.
Or bottom.
That's what he was doing in the reading room.
Hey.
So I'm at the top or the bottom. Let's rate this line.
So,
But it's like the character is gay now.
actually, let me take him out.
Oh, man.
So yeah, I had to sit down with him and I was like, okay, guys, look, because I mean, I feel like it's very important to have some sort of creative input, you know, because this is my career. I don't want to take away from their story or anything like that, but also as someone giving input, it needs to be constructive, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying change the script, but look at it from this direction. So I remember having one of the conversations and I was like, okay, guys, but if we look back at the 2 seasons, my co-star, Arnu, who plays Chris, he's been the wild boy and he's bi. So understand? So I was like, why you bringing me in so that he can conquer me too? Right? I was like, make this man fall in love. Like, confuse him a bit. Because he's heavily falling for Natasha already. Natasha's character. My own show, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, Tahan.
Natasha Tahan.
Yes, but the
I get it,
character
she's
name.
the Han. So Natasha Tahan.
Wendy.
Wendy, I almost said Mbali. Wendy, yeah.
Right? So I was like, yo, guys, also, there needs to be some sort of internal conflict that he needs to go through, right? Yes,
it's
I
this thing
get.
you're talking about adding to the character.
You understand?
I enjoy game.
Bega puti. Aye.
Is it?
This man is
Other
confident, bro. I know you're acting humble now, but I know you. Eh?
Only when I talk, only on paper, but not in practical.
No, but I want you to be as confident. I would love for you. I would love for people to see you for the kind of person that I see you as, because you've always been this person. Especially when I'm around you, I feel a lot more like a lot of my friends, the three of you, like Pops, obviously the one, like you guys. There's a thing where you feel more confident when you're around certain people, and I feel like those are your friends.
Yeah,
where you don't feel like I must shy away or I must nyanya facha myself. You know, I'm myself all the time, and you one of those people.
Oh
And
man,
whenever you're in your bag of being that of you being yourself, like I really love it. Even now, I can tell you're a little bit nervous, but I enjoy it because it's a different type of experience.
Yeah. And I
That's
appreciate.
dope.
Shout out. I mean,
You've
also
got self-love, dog.
Yeah.
When I first met you, that's the energy I got. And Titi's right by saying that.
Nah, shout out, homies. Shout out. I mean,
My dogs.
nami nengeza bafethu la nihlazwa lena. You know, ha ke tsamaya le lona, I walk taller in my kumkedleles already.
Dog, why is there so much kidnapping on Blood and Water, dog? Everyone's getting kidnapped, dog. The show started on a kidnapping that was being done over 2 decades.
Yeah,
Then but to Angu kidnap you. And then also the people who got kidnapped get kidnapped again. You're like, why do these rich people have bodyguards?
That's the rich
We are
thing.
kidnapped.
Babambana ngenhliziyo. And I've got the money to hire the goons to take you. Dad.
Dog, I think next season they're gonna kidnap you. Dog, there's 4 kidnappings in the new season.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it's kidnapping and drink. Also, you are giving high school kids alcohol.
Sir.
Eish.
But anyway, let's be honest. Let's be honest. When was the first time you drank alcohol?
So I'm glad we're having this discussion because that's where I was leading with this, right?
Relatability to the storyline?
No, because a lot of people, there's this conversation around the lives that the kids on Blood and Water live is unrealistic. Yeah. They have so much free time. They're always out drinking, partying. But we're like, guys,
your homework by Enzanin.
Why do we forget? And here's the problem with us. The moment we hit a certain age or certain qualification or certain thing, we forget what we used to be.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Bro, I was in the club age 14. Mm-hmm. I started drinking at 12 or 13.
12?
Yeah.
What do you know about drinking at that age?
Yeah, I started smoking at the age. How old are you? Grade 8?
Grade 13.
14.
Yeah, 13.
I mean,
13.
If you got there on time.
You know what I mean? I was full on smoking cigarettes, but we used to go out to bed. It was at that age, it was the thing of like sneaking in and getting into places. Like, oh, we made it in.
Yeah.
We'd go out. And as a high school kid, your parents, if not your parents, your friends' parents afford you a certain respect as a young adult. So if you know, I can't ganga at home. I'm going
To Spanbans.
to Tsitsi's house.
Yeah.
At Tsitsi's house, Tsitsi's mom is cool with us going
And she
out.
allows us to.
And as long as my mom knows
Yes.
that I'm at Tsitsi's house, she knows I'm safe.
Yeah, and usually it's the single mother. Single fathers, yeah. I can let you drink.
It's no, 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 no,
She's going through her own things. I drink.
That's
Is it
actually
not the
crazy.
truth, though?
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so I wanted us to have that discussion now around like
when was your
the-
first drink?
the reality. Bro, the first drink was like, 12, 13, like last year of primary. And then
That's 13.
12, 13, yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously when high school started, we went into it fully because that's what I remember. We used to go to things called socials. Some of these socials had alcohol. I started smoking for such a dumb reason, bro. I started smoking to practice how to smoke.
Yo,
In
same.
case at school that all the kids made me smoke and I didn't know how to smoke.
Wow. You're such an entertainer, dude. You want to be
For others.
ready
Yeah.
for hey, Pema.
Because
Yeah, shine.
because that's what we worried about going
Mind,
into
bro.
school was initiation
Yeah.
and things. So we had to come and seem like, nah, we cool, bro.
already
Not to
know
drink,
these things,
not to
yeah.
smoke. Because
That's
we thought
crazy.
that's what it meant to sort of fit in. And when we got into high school, we started clubbing grade 8.
Yeah.
And we clubbed right, never mind club, the bash.
Let me tell you,
You are
in
my
the
bash.
school,
In
we
the
had
school.
bashes in the school.
Yeah, no.
On
people
Civi's
used to
Day,
come
we
to
drank
our
at
school.
You already know.
Mundio was not a school.
Yeah.
It was a venue. Mundio High was a venue. Bro, I promise you.
Dude, there was a
every
Monday
other
event
school-
where I could count the Monday High people. Basically,
Yeah.
10.
Otherwise, other people.
There's 10 people I
Yeah.
know that are in the school. Abo one, la one, la
Yeah,
one.
dude,
Now,
like-
Monati High,
The
MHS.
conversation around Mondio, especially in the South, was only two things: the girls
And
Yeah.
the bashes.
and the bashes.
Yeah, fun day.
That's a venue, bro. Never once.
And the
it's
Valentine's Day
education
bash,
days
the
lit.
Indy term
Yeah.
bash, India bash.
Yeah, Valentine's.
Look, even my school, it was a bit of a problem. The Hill High. It's in the south as well.
Oh, yeah,
hill.
Yeah. But hey, angithi thina abanye besazigqoqile. So my first drink, I literally had it in 2010. 2010.
Bafana was losing when I was.
I was December 2010 after I got my report. I was in grade
So,
10.
92 game?
How bad was that report?
94.
Don't tell them in the streets, guys, I'm 35.
You're 35.
94 is just, confuse the enemy.
Lena di party ke di domele 2010.
Yeah.
Got the gin the second year.
No, it's very bad.
Emona ne di buwa man.
Yo, guys, the south.
Which one is this one?
Its own
And the
place.
Southgate ones.
Not the real stuff.
Swaz, Boshai Swaz.
Did you also have the nail?
Indoor.
Did you also have the nail, Robert?
Do you know what's funny? Now? So, I didn't know what the nail was for.
But you had it.
I grew the nail. So I grew the nail. And then,
Oh my God.
because, guys, remember when you're young, you sing different things like, okay, carry more, okay, let's get
Sure.
a carry more.
Yes.
SKL and cut, okay, let's do SKL and cut. You know, all these things. So, other bros are coming with their nail, like, clean, you know. I say, grow this nail. Also, and clean, no one drinks, no one smokes. So even my sisters, no one knows. Everybody in the house is still fine. Until my cousin, Lapiso, goes, hand out, yapem. I'm like, Ini. It's like, my lazy poleli. I'm like, Elani. You know, and then he just had a problem with the fact that I had a long, like, pinky nail because I grew it because vibes.
Yeah.
Kanti, that's the one. Yabo.
Yeah.
So then, I cut it. And then the next year I started smoking weed.
Without the apparatus.
Now I don't have the apparatus.
How inconvenient was it? Smoke weed without the
Nah,
Liziko.
but also because...
I know you had the apparatus, you didn't use it.
Also, because I wasn't big on substance in general, it wasn't always that. It was the spaces, the bongs.
Bro, you know what's crazy? You know how we started smoking weed? So we obviously went into grade 8. We decided, we're gonna drink, we're gonna go out. My boy even bought a fridge for his room. So for us to keep the alcohol in there.
Standard, that's the boy's house you go to.
Yeah, that's
a single
yeah,
parent.
We're all at JP's house.
Boy.
We're all at JP's house. Bruh, you know, it's a funny story. I still have that fridge till today because I ended up taking
Is it the one in your...
the
Yeah,
little
the
one
small
with all
one,
the stickers.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So JP's mom, one day we're out partying, Juggling. She goes into JP's room, opens the fridge. She sees wall-to-wall alcohol. Like we had beers, ciders, everything was in there. Then when we came back, she was like, guys, you know, I'm so concerned when I saw the amount of alcohol in there. To be honest with you guys, I'd rather you guys smoke weed than drink alcohol. Donna, the next week.
Unlocked
Zawa.
another animal.
But
Buffalo soldiers. Scave. So fridge was empty.
Damn.
We replaced the alcohol with food
Yeah.
in the fridge.
Bruh, do you
And
know
that's
how
it.
I started smoking weed? 2020.
That's now, most.
Yeah, the alcohol finished.
Just before COVID.
during COVID.
You started smoking
Where were
weed
you
in
getting it,
COVID.
Titi?
Yeah.
Nigga, we trying to be alive. You out here smoking.
Bro, I had no symptoms.
When
compromising
people
the lungs.
zol, they put saliva on the paper.
Bro, I had no symptoms.
That was your first point
The
of
ministry
contact.
told us that when you zol,
People zol.
when not during COVID, you were zoling.
So that
Yeah.
message was for you.
But I zolled alone. You understand? In my own house, quarantined.
Zol after zol.
Bro, the alcohol, obviously, like COVID was a time where you couldn't buy alcohol. And that time, you know, I was a heavy drinker. Heavy. Like me, I drink to finish the bottle. You understand? Like at my house, when there's alcohol, it's a problem. It must finish.
Fast.
The only things we drink is the stuff we bought, you know? So we're drinking, and I had bulk bought just before COVID. And I'm like, this thing doesn't give me a buzz. I need a buzz. I need to feel something. Then my neighbor comes with a joint. I smell it. I'm like, come I try this thing. I smoke it, bro. I slept. Then I was like, yo, this is the most amazing feeling ever. I smoke this thing and I sleep. Because I can't sleep like normally. Then I started smoking. Even till today, I still smoke. You know, sometimes.
Do you sleep?
Funny enough, I don't.
It makes your mind overactive.
Yeah, my mind is... Funny enough, I don't. But like, I smoke very... Actually, you know what? Let me not lie, guys. Yo, I smoke. I smoke.
The first step. I can see the comments already. No wonder.
No, but I've never been here high. Never been here high.
On that note, MT said he wants to come on the show. And I asked him,
Why is that the
on
perfect
Insta
place to
Live, someone
segue?
asked him, like, are you going to go there sober? He's like, imagine me going there sober. Then there's no show.
So if MT comes, I will come there high.
So, okay, is that a deal?
Yeah,
But
it's a
MC's
deal.
episode, you're gonna get
come
high
there
together.
Because of how my personality is, I ask Mpho, I already don't, like, I really take, if I don't do like things outside of where people can see me. So already because of how I am, people already attribute it to some kind of a drug. All my life. I started drinking very late in my life, but still I was always, hey, are you drunk? Are you high? Are
Being
you
a
this?"
crackhead.
Yeah.
Being just style.
So do you think blood on water?
Yes, you think blood
Blood on water encompasses the real life of maybe a real life that maybe we don't know, or maybe if you are surprised, maybe you don't know it, or is it just, or is it over sensationalized, or is it like adding on to, you know?
First thing, definitely over sensationalized because I mean, we're making drama. It's TV, this thing, right?
Has to
so
be.
it has to. Yeah. But I think to your point, yes, Tina, maybe from whatever conditioning and upbringing we come from, we not drinking at high school like them, at the clubs, at those type of bars. Hey, we can't talk. Okay, Mpho. Sokhuluma no robot. Ngoba wena ngithi uqale nje. Dalo.
Why I lived the blood and water life back then.
Grade 8.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually, yeah.
Yeah,
to that.
bouncers knew who we were. We were on guest lists all the time.
Catwalk.
Yeah, the stuff the kids are doing in blood and water, I did as a teenager.
You remember Catwalk, Matthew?
Vakamata, catwalk.
Let's go, Melville.
Roxy's.
What is that?
Roxy's.
Roxy's
down.
I used to go to the student night, right?
Pins down.
So much so that I even knew that they used to pour the what alcohol into the other alcohol because it was buy one get one free.
Yes.
So they'd have like a cheap version of the alcohol in the bottle, but it would be buy one get one free. Bro, there's no club Monsoon
That you haven't
Lagoon, Casablanca.
I've heard of that one,
Bro,
yeah.
Super juices.
Hey.
I
even went to Truth, ESP, Truth. Yeah, dog. Sudada, all of it.
Damn.
All of it.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
All in high school.
I'm sorry.
So this life really does exist.
Yes,
does,
and
dog.
that's what I guess what you asking.
Yeah, because like I was saying, rona ko ka Mpho, we're not privileged like that. Not everyone is to, just go like on a school night or be out here. But if you look at other people, I guess it's a LSM thing. This thing. LSM, they by something by scope, it can happen. But on the Netflix level, Lape Cape Town, these boys, they can, and they get away with it. It's So yes, there is some sort of truth to it, but it's definitely over-sensationalized. Definitely.
Oh, man.
So yeah, and Mpho, I wasn't making the high school kids drink. They were already a problem before I arrived.
So,
Because he's on this
the
new
bad
season.
brewer.
Hey, he's that brewery.
Yeah, I'm working at
but I'm
6s.
saying
What
because they're showing
Mtronyonyo is the same. Because Mtronyonyo, we did it in high school.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
When did you Tronyonyo?
Yeah, dog, you like me actually, ne?
the
late level.
But I was also late.
The late level,
Yes.
dog.
Okay, guys, we have to end this interview, but this is the juicy part.
Because we're talking about Mtronyonyo.
No, I mean, it's juicy.
Oh,
There are
man.
children
Oh,
watching.
man.
Yeah,
Quarantine that thought, man.
Hey,
They don't know.
boy.
I'll quarantine the thought.
Yeah, no, carry on.
I want
Mtronyonyo.
to tell you the story of the first time I ever got into these situations.
Tell us.
The first time I did Mtronyonyo was behind a danger box.
No load shedding at the time. No.
Yeah, no. The whole time I did it all. From the
So it's
danger
adding on.
Bro, trust me.
How's that your
So
first
I
time?
was living in Joburg, right? I just moved maybe for 2 years in Joburg. Went back to Labahomu, found my high school crush, my primary school crush. And obviously, Kimfana chose, So she looks at me, she says, we need to find a place to do this thing. Now, I look around, there's no stadium, my grandmother's home. Then we were walking around. Bro, we were literally
Looking
walking
for a
around
place.
for a place to do something.
Looking for a stadium.
And how
Go
awkward
to
is that walk?
passages. Dog, we waited. I remember we waited at a passage, for 30 minutes, for like a 20 minutes. Then someone walked past. We're like, no, this one's not safe.
So you wasted time.
Yeah, bro.
I'm
When we
gonna
had
put
a
a
danger
PG on
box.
this episode.
Yeah, anyway.
No. Tell us the story. Be honest.
Yeah, when behind the danger box.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Then we we started rocking, Yeah, then I didn't know what happens when you rock. I didn't know that something comes out.
So you
Because I had never like even
Seen
touched
anything.
myself. I've never done those things.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm rocking. And now I'm like, okay, this is how it's done.
30 seconds later.
Now we're looking for things to wipe.
Oh, man.
I couldn't finish the story.
I love this.
No,
What
no,
were you
innocence,
wearing?
dog.
There was a wedding at my house family. That's how she came to, that's how we could hang out at late hours. So she was like visiting us and all of this. So we walked around trying to find this thing. Bro,
A relative.
I won't lie, best day of my life.
Of course it's gonna be.
Guys, we have to end it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I will finish the story some other time.
have
But
to
also,
finish
we
the
need to do this
story.
one again. This one is another
because
one.
of time.
Yeah.
And I trust that you're getting better roles and you're going to be in better productions. Let's come back when you get that Black Panther, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? When you get
Yes.
all these
I
other
mean,
big, you know what I'm saying? International stuff. We don't have time because there was a long story here.
Hey.
And a long...
I did
Hey, it's Kotli.
Because it's fun, dog. And shout out to you,
It is.
you know.
No, thank you.
But
Yo,
Pops has something to tell you, bro.
Yeah. Listen, over the years,
Yeah.
many people have slept on you, bro.
Mm.
Many. From the time you were in school and you were in a brochure,
Hmm?
and those little ones couldn't appreciate the power of your artwork, advertising. Dog, they slept on you in high school. They slept on you in varsity.
Even after.
Fitz slept on you and lost you.
Yeah.
After that, after I accepted,
Oh.
Shapa.
Issue.
then you went into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Still, they slept on you.
Mm.
I'm here to tell you that many have slept on you. But here, Mpho, how weird is it that we speak to ourselves, but then when you say your name to someone else, it feels like you're speaking to yourself. I almost looked at myself again.
Me? Mm?
We are not sleeping on you here at Popcorn and Cheese. So as a token of our appreciation, because we are all people from the South, here it's a pillow to remind you that many have slept on you, but we do not sleep on you.
Oh, no.
This is for you,
Gentlemen.
Mpho Sibeko,
Yeah, sure.
Aye,
No,
aye.
guys.
Izinja,
Ngiyabonga bafethu.
Dogs of Life.
Yeah. Woof, woof.
You'll come back for a part 2.
Listen,
I have to.
we didn't touch on much, but
Bro,
we,
didn't
touched
touch
on
30
everything.
seconds.
You understand?
Yeah. Bro,
This one was for the soul, the guy behind there. Yabo?
Yeah.
This is Zinni will do them. 30 seconds, boy.
There's a lot. We're going to get
It needs its own season.
And we need Dizzy to detail the story of. I think that's the next thing when we together we'll talk about first times. All right. Well, they say there's a first time for everything. If it's your first time deciding to shoot a podcast or any production needs that require green screen, technical excellence, and overall creative genius, then the home of that is Stream In Studios, located here at our secret location in Pakistan next to the Shell Garage. Stream In Studios, the home of entertainment creation. Mzi.
Speaking of creation, we are here to create more and more for you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Give us your comments. Tell us, was your first time under a danger box or behind a danger box? But be always aware and cautious. Titi. Which one is this one?
If you're out there, what?
Bioscope Sundays.
What am I supposed to
Bioscope Sundays.
You're out there.
No, if you're out there and you really don't believe in yourself, I won't lie to you. This is coming from the bottom of my heart, and this is nothing that just do it, man. Like a lot of us have the same self-doubt and all that stuff. But just do it and you will thank yourself 2, 3 years, 7 years, 20 years, 70 years later. But one day you will say, thank you, your name, Shapa.
Yo, man, thank you for the amount of passion and work that you put behind what you do, bro. I remember the first thing I said to you when you got the Blood and Water character and I saw you in it. I said to you, bro, thank you for portraying that character in a way that made it palatable, believable, and entertaining, right? Because the moment someone, you know how it is in the entertainment industry, the moment someone reads drunk person on a script, they go, it's like, no, that's not how you are when you're drunk. So for me, seeing you play such a character that I know is so far removed from who you are, I loved how subtle and believable. And that's the first compliment I made, right? And that's one thing I love about you and the roles that you've played over the years is you fully immerse yourself into that role, into that character. And now, after having this whole conversation with you, we have a better understanding of where that stems from, the creating of other little pockets for this character. Thank you for taking your craft seriously and thank you for giving us your best every time we see you on screen, bro.
Yeah.
You're an inspiration to many cheese boys and cheese girls out there.
Yeah.
Keep going, bro.
Bro.
Keep going.
And this man teaches, bro. Like, if you talk to him, he'll teach you, he'll give you game on doing this. He'll be like, do this like this. And bro, like...
You're out to sharp.
Like, bro, like, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
And you are dependable, know, and you're a good friend, bro. Like...
Appreciate
Yeah, no. He's a brother, bro. You know,
man.
He spends a lot of time... Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you heard it from the man who likes his with a bit of mutlakasi. Thank you, Sisi Chimeric, the puppet. Yo, man, thank you so much, Cheese Gang, for tuning in today. Before we go, quick shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
10 seconds.
Bioscope Sundays, the TT live tour, and merch, and my YouTube shows as well. Go check those out. Thank you so much for the support.
Away, Zimbuli, let's go.
Tron, new music. Big shout out to Burna Boy. When he comes to the show, I'll ask him to bring you guys this G-Star Raw and Burna Boy collaboration. That's what I'm rocking here today. But Danko means thank you. Cyril means curfew.
Penna boy.
Burna Boy is coming.
Yeah.
Here.
To Popcorn and Cheese.
Yeah, I'm wearing, this is a collab. We're starting this thing, guys.
Burna Boy!
Okay, Mpho. Rawona, ne?
Be your own, doggy. Be your own.
Yo, 8th of June, Pop-Up's birthday comedy special happening at Empress Palace. We've got comedy that happens every Sunday, Bioscope Comedy, out in Mill Park, very close to after where Mpho and Khala went. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, artistry that happens every Tuesday and Thursday, artistry, comedy, last number comedy. And then, tour dates are out. We are including Cape Town, Durban. We're going across the country. Bloem, Witbank, Limpopo, Rustenburg. Guys, if you have a province or a town and we're not there, let us know. And of course, our very, very favorite, Val Sibukeng. We are coming to you, Papa. At the Val Sibukeng show, I will explain what happened to me in Sibukeng. That's all I'm saying. If you want to know whatever happened to me in Sibukeng, come to the Val Comedy Show. All right. That's it from us, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's been a pleasure, privilege, honor. But this is where the road ends for us for now.
Yeah.
But good to see that your hair is back from being blonde to black. Ralelebocha Legends, Baba. From me, the corn that pops.
And the cheese, that's great. We are
Robo Pops. And just like Mpho's hairline, we are out.
Yeah.
Donna, as you survived the whole episode, he now.
Robo Pops. I'll be my cheese girl, I'm a cheese boy.
Are these inflated?
We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, now my LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story. Petting on my guest, and I said more. You want my bundles, not of joy. Said it's Mpho Pops and Robot Boy.
Popcorn and cheese.
Yeah.
Popcorn